say say can Taliban number one. Hey, trigger man. We gonna sit up. We gonna sit up. I sit up. Come on, let's go. I sit up. Nobody want go gaga. They make a bring it.
It's my special pleasure to welcome you to another super session of your program, People, Events and Places on Television, PEP TV for short. In PEP TV, what do? We link you up with interesting personalities. We also take you along to be part of interesting events. Then we show you places across the world. My name is Freddie Wenjora, your man about town. I'm loaded to the hilt with the special personality for today here. What do you know about intersex people? What do you know about the transgender people? This is a special topic, and I have a special guest to help me dissect this. The face, the number one face or one of the number one faces of intersex in Nigeria. Mix, Emmanuella David-ette. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
It's good to have you.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Now, anybody who sees you sees the light, sees the goddess. Yeah? And how does it make you feel?
Well, I use that name as a means to tap into my alter ego. Let me use that language. Over time, over the years, I realized that words are strong, and then I had to use those words of affirmation, to build myself up,
Yeah.
So, and I know that our society attaches a lot of meanings to these words, if only they knew their abilities, So.
And anybody who sees you, I think let's clear it out now. Who is an intersex person? Who is a transgender person? Who is an hermaphrodite, if any?
So a lot of people, for media sensitization, they like using the word hermaphrodite. But over time, we have come to realize that intersex has been the acceptable word. Though there is a school of thought that some people are trying to still own back that narrative, reclaim that narrative of hermaphrodite. Yes, but they are the same thing. The reason why the word hermaphrodite does not seem, correct to be used on human beings is because animals can only be termed hermaphrodites. But if I want to be really controversial, that same school of thought that's reclaiming that word hermaphrodites, believes that since we're all higher animals, we're all the same. So, but for clarifications, to respect people's opinion, some school of thoughts are beginning to say, okay, let's reclaim the word hermaphrodite, but the proper word is intersex.
Intersex means dual.
Yes, intersex means in between.
In between.
So not necessarily dual, but in between.
In between the two, the middle.
Yes, in between the two. And then this could comprise of chromosomes, hormones, physiology, sex characteristics. Sometimes when the media wants to blow things out of proportion, an hermaphrodite cuts, and everybody woo, because there's an assumption that the hermaphrodite has a penis with a full scrotum and a vaginal opening with a labia majora, minora, and a clitoris. So it's wow. But most at times, it's not always like that. It might be an enlarged clitoris or an enlarged labia majora, or very ambiguous, something in between, And sometimes it may not even be that. You might see a man, someone that is physiologically male, but after some time develops breasts, or a woman that after some time has beards, hairy bodies, So these are variations, It's not tied to just outward appearance alone.
Internal
You could go to reach the hormones. We know people that are XXY. So the normal female chromosomes are XX. the male XY.
XY.
And then sometimes we see in a society, a patriarchal society like ours, that believes that that the woman determines the sex of the child. No, it's the man that determines the sex of the child.
Because he drops the semen.
He drops the X or he drops the Y. So if there's a man out there that his child comes out as female, it's not the woman's fault, it's the man's fault.
What he dropped is
what
he
dropped.
got.
And I'm using the word fault for a reason in our societal in this societal context, so that enough of the blaming. Every role, whether male or female, once we're born into this world, it's assumed, it is put on us. As a boy, you must wear blue, you must have blue, you must play football, you must not do this, you must not do that. Not allowing the child to, freely express themselves. When they now come to see that the child is doing opposite because of the constructs, the societal constructs around gender, that child is seen as abnormal. So now, this is a boy, and they assume this boy should start playing with machine guns, start playing with football, tires, all those around. Rough play and all that. But this child is not taking that part. This child is not seeing anything that seems to, what's the language again? Make an impression of their gender identity. What do I mean? Some people might say, oh, maybe this child is watching too much of Oyibo movies, or maybe this child is watching too much of, but this is a child that probably has no exposure to the foreign cultures. And then this is a child that loves softness,
paintings, dogs,
loves arts, and there's this myopic view, not until recently, that people started appreciating art, But in those times, while I grew up, you see a man that is into art, colorful art. Whoa, there must be something queer or weird about that person, So, as I reached my puberty, I realized, okay, I'm the first child. I realized that, okay, it wasn't the way science spelled it out on that binary. A man must have hairy chests, the voice must get deep and he must develop Superman muscles and broad chest and all those things. Everyone thought it was a phase. Some people just say, okay, don't worry, I'll come out of it. Well, I'd already known who I was, but it didn't dawn on me. I already knew, yes, I was different, but I didn't dawn on me what it was, that difference.
When did you know it was different? Before your puberty? It was early?
Very early.
How early? Do you remember?
Very early, even before I reached 7.
You played with dolls rather than going to play football?
6, 5. It was that very young. And then no matter how they try to put you in shape, just let the child be. And they put you in shape, they will change. After some time they won't, and they realize, okay, no matter how they try to put you in shape, it doesn't work.
You're refusing to be shaped.
It doesn't work. And even if I wanted to be in tune or be within that box, they realize, okay, this child is not free, it's not happy, it's not hitting their targets, So along the line, I watched a program. I happened to stumble across that program. I was always withdrawn. Okay, initially it was exciting for me because, oh geez, you could see me walk past and you're like, is this a boy or a girl? Very beautiful, I was enjoying it at the moment. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And that is when I started losing friends.
You became more woman.
Now more friends started calling me names, and I'm like, no. Now, yes, I was attracted to men, but I had never acted on that. And I started asking questions until someday somebody just walked up to me. This person had never spoken to me before. It was in secondary school, never spoken to me. Just handed me an old newspaper as far back as 1984. And it was a foreign newspaper. And I just, why are you giving me this? I looked at it. It was about a transgender person.
Musical Taliban #1. Hey, trigger man. We gonna sit up. We gonna sit up. I sit up. Top of the let's go nice sit up. Nobody want go gaga. They make a bring the dagger. Maybe make a food a trigger. No, make a nice sit up. Because when you over back me up. Don't tell somebody by your left. Tell them say you don't well. Don't tell somebody by your right. Tell them say you don't step. Look into my eyes and say the fire. Say me don't come to fulfill my desire. Look into my eyes and say the fire. Say me don't come to fulfill my desire. To the wedding where we go. DJ and Jimmy Jati yo. Everybody just take collabo. Jehovah push me up.